mobile phones, if you don't mind. So let's start. Drive, D-R-I-V-E. Designing rituals for implementing vibrant engagement. So what do you think this would stand for? What do we need? What do we need in our classes?
Engagement of the students.
Thank you so much. We'd like to engage our students in a vibrant, a form of energetic way. We need to make them participate in an energetic way. So DRIVE stands for Designing Rituals for Implementing Vibrant Engagement. What is engagement first? Eric Johnson, 2009, defines engagement as, and I'd like you to notice this quote very well, any strategy that gets students to participate. How would they participate? Emotionally? Cognitively? Or behaviorally. So here is the point, that we need to focus on this idea, that we need to have this type of participation that is emotional, that is cognitive, I mean to add to their knowledge, and that how they are going to behave. These are levels of engagement according to a study. Okay, we all have this in our classes. We are all teachers. We all have this idea. I will not talk about this in detail, but I love the idea, and tell me if you really have this in your class or not, in your classes or not. We have number one, what we call engagement. Okay, where you have high attention of the students and at the same time high commitment. You find that the students are paying, some of the students, of course. We are not in paradise. You agree with me? Okay? Sometimes we don't have this option in our classes. Anyway, you find that the students are paying full attention, some of them, and they are fully committed to what we are doing. Then we go down to another level, which is strategic compliance, where the students show high attention but low commitment. They are not committed that much to our work. And then we come to a lower level, which we call ritual compliance, where you find low attention and low commitment. Most of them are like that. Do you suffer from that? Okay. And we come to the worst two states, which is retreatism, when you have no attention and no commitment. When you start saying, Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel.
Yes.
Right? And then the worst of the worst, when you have diverted attention and no commitment at all. Okay? He or she does not want to participate, does not want to pay attention, and at the same time they might cause trouble. Do you agree with me? Yes. Do we have these scenarios in our classes? Yes. Okay. Anyway, don't worry, everything, inshallah, I'm going to add to you and tell you how at the end of the presentation. Anyway, now we come to something which is important. As CS, students must think about what they are learning, and they must be involved in an active way in order to be engaged. You all agree? Fine. The key questions we need to consider are the following questions. Well, if you want to know if the students are really engaged or not, or they are there on earth with you in the same class or not, we have to ask ourselves these questions. What are the students doing during the lesson? Are students attentive? Are students participating? Can students state the purpose of what they are doing? Are they just listening to you because you are very strict with them, or because they really enjoy what they are doing and they really need to learn? And why they need to learn the skill or do the assignment? We have something which is called brain states. What do you mean by brain states? The word state refers to the learner's physiology state or mental being. Okay? State changes can be emotional or physical, right? And these states actually change from time to time. Then they can involve, of course, they can do this, or they can be affected by music, having some humor, having some activities, icebreaker activities, or any novel instructional methods. right? So these are the ways that we can use to change these states. Anyway, brains can learn under extreme conditions, but complex learning requires background knowledge. Of course, if you would like to, if you want them really to learn, this requires background knowledge, working memory, processing skills, long-term retrieval, and risk-taking. And these all require positive learning states. We need to have some positive states for the kids. How can we achieve that? And in my opinion, this would be one of the best or the most important points. And for me, it is, I would say that's one of the most important slides in the whole presentation. Actually, kids, let's say children, forgive me for saying kids a lot because I always consider, since I started teaching, I always consider my students as my kids, even when they are older than I am. Okay, because I teach adult classes. Maybe because I feel responsible for them. All of us, not only kids, need this, the best positive learning states. Safe. As the CA students need to feel not just physically safe, but emotionally and socially safe in the classroom. Do you agree with me? Do you think they will enjoy learning if they feel that somebody's annoying them, that they don't feel safe, not only physically, as we said, but socially and emotionally? If they are bullied, for example, or somebody is annoying them or whatever, they won't feel safe. They won't learn. Supportive. For students to learn, they must feel supported. It's important that they feel respected and valued as a learner. Don't you agree with me that sometimes when you talk to one of your students in a way that they don't like, they would feel that they are not safe, that you don't respect them, that you don't support them, that you favor someone else? Do you agree with me? Yes. And actually, it happens with all ages. With all ages. Another point, which is the idea of being inclusive. Would it be nice if you just exclude one of your students? Yes. If they feel that they don't belong to the class? Students need to feel included in their learning environment. And another point, which is really important, the idea of engaging or engagement. Students need to be engaged in their learning for it to be a positive learning experience for them. Okay? And then the next point, which is really important, the idea of challenging them. Okay? They love this idea so much. And that's why when you just ask them a question and you give them a chance to think, they love this idea. They feel that somebody's challenging them, and they feel at that moment that they really want to be engaged. Learning needs to challenge students individually. Some students may find things easier than others. We don't have the same levels in the same class. But as an educator, I need to challenge students intellectually. I mean, like asking them questions that would test their intelligence and so on, emotionally and socially at the same time. These are some states to avoid, and we have to avoid this in our classes. Avoid to make students feel that they are afraid. Fear. Huh? Even with the least participation. Well, I mean, when they do something that you feel as an adult that it is nonsense, motivate them. Don't frustrate them. Don't let them down. Boredom and hostility. They feel that they are hated. Try to avoid this. Okay, this was like an introduction to the idea of involving or engaging our students. And now let's have some energizers and examples. And actually the energizers that I got here, they are just a selection because there are thousands of energizers, thousands of icebreakers, games that would kill boredom in the classroom. Okay, I've just chosen some of them. You will find like thousands of them online, and inshallah, at the end of the session, I'm going to tell you about a Facebook page, or I'm going to give you my Facebook account, and then I can share with you these some books about energizers and so on. Let's have some of them, and I would like you, before we start, to decide. While talking about each one, I need you to decide which level would it be suitable for. Okay? The first one is called the superhero game. Okay, how are you going to play this game or this practice this Energizer? You ask each member of your group, think of what superpower they would have. It could have, if they could have one, I'm sorry. And to draw themselves as a superhero and have everyone share their super self-portrait, as well as describe their superpower in detail. So for example, of course, I wish we had more time to do that because actually it's a presentation and not a workshop. Okay, I would give you like 5 minutes. Each one would draw himself or herself as a superhero with the powers that they have or that they could imagine. And then I would show it to everybody and then they would present this idea. So let me take one example. If you were a superhero, what superpowers would you have? Come on, teachers. Yes, please. Yes. I'm sorry?
Storms, like to control storms and wind.
Lovely, lovely. She's so much affected by Space Tune, by the way. I love this idea.
Expenses.
Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, so how would you imagine yourself? Yeah.
I just look to the sky and change the weather.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely, amazing. Well, yes, yes. Okay, ladies first. You don't mind.
I like Wolverine because I watched
Fine.
the show of healing himself.
Ah, lovely.
He donates his life as a healer.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much. Yes, please. Lovely, lovely. That's a good idea. Thank you so much. That's a good idea. Actually, that for every Energizer, you can do your own variations of them. Use it the way you like. Okay. I usually use this one, and I did it with in different ways. For example, describe a dream that you had. I would ask my students for like 5 minutes to draw a dream that they had. That they had a real dream while sleeping, or their dream in life, for example. I'm going to show you some examples about that. Or an event that they cannot forget, something that happened to them in their life. Okay? Here are some examples of my students' work. You got this? Sasu Lost in Space and Simsima. And I can explain. This is a real artist, actually, yes. Okay? And let me show you some other examples. And usually in my classes, I start a Facebook page for the class. So once we have any task or whatever, we just upload. So it's something nice, to remember. It will be like a good memory for them. Here are some examples of some of the drawings. This was like a dream. I'm not sure if you see it well.
Yes.
Okay. Look at this one.
Flight.
Yeah, and that's another dream. And of course, you can't imagine the laughter that we have in the class when we see something like that. Actually, I can't remember, but actually, this like a variation, of like teenagers, okay, and adults. Wallahi, I do this with adult classes, and they enjoy it. You can't imagine. Okay, look at this one. And of course, you can't. What if? Simply ask each person to brainstorm a few what if questions, such as what if you had a time machine like our friend, okay? Which era would you go back to and why? Yes, please. Now you are in the time machine like Samir, Shahir, Bahir. Yeah. What would you do?
Yeah, I'd like to know how Jamal Abdul Nasser.
No talking about politics. Let's stop.
Religion.
Remember this. Rules are rules. Not all about politics or religion, young classes. And Al and Zamalek. I agree with you. I agree with you.
What's the match of this match?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes.
Maybe to the era of pharaohs.
That's very good. That's a good idea. How would you imagine yourself? Just a normal ancient Egyptian or a queen? How would you imagine yourself? That's fine. You got the idea? This?
And go to the future.
Go to the future. I thought you are thinking about working as a teacher
No.
at the first time once more.
Sure not.
Yeah?
I want to see myself as a teacher in the future.
No need to tell. Okay, my hair's great, It teaches, so no need to tell. Okay, huh? What else? Hello? Did you have your breakfast? Your coffee? Not yet. You can do this after the presentation. That's fine. Let's have some questions of this idea. If you could bring one character to life from your favorite book, who would it be and why?
Yes, Sherlock Holmes.
Good. Yes, why?
Because I want to understand the way he think, he solve problems, and how can he deal with the normal person.
Thank you. Thank you so much. An excellent idea. Come on, please.
Snow White.
Snow White.
Do not eat the apple.
Lovely.
Please.
Yeah?
Miss Heshm.
I'm sorry?
Miss Heshm.
Fine. This is Great Expectations.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yes, why?
That has to be more sensitive with people.
Don't kill people that way.
Yeah.
Yes. If you can, I would recommend for you. It's one of the greatest novels by Dickens ever. Okay, another one. If you had to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which show would you choose? I like food channels. That's a good idea. Yes. Fine. Who else? Tell me about one.
Space Tune.
Again, Space Tune. Yes. Fine. What else?
National Geographic.
SpongeBob. I love that. Yes. What? So you just keep watching it like for a month without getting bored.
Yes, sure.
That's a good idea. Another one. If you could have personally witnessed one event in history, what would you want to have seen?
Building the pyramids.
That's a good idea. Why not? You see what happens, now we are talking about them quickly, but when you do this in class, okay, how do you feel your kids will do it? Yes, please? Yeah, how do you think about this idea if you practice it in class?
It can take 2 sessions. Just speaking and
That's fine. And wallahi, let me tell you something. If you just tell them once we are done with our work, let's take like the 10 minutes of the session for like free practice, for discussions, for energizers like that. They would be waiting for your class every day. Okay? Another one. If you could wake up tomorrow in the body of someone else currently living, would you do so? Whom would you pick? Yes, choose somebody. Muhammad Salah.
Yeah.
A good idea. Yeah, just for the sake of money or to play for Liverpool.
Money, of course.
Money, of course.
Money and king.
Dr. McDowell, excellent. Thank you so much. And how would you feel this would be different?
I think I'll have more people.
First of all, thank you. Armin wanted to say something? Yes? Kevin Hamana, I love that. That's good. That's good. Okay. 3 more questions quickly. If you could have one superpower, we talked about this before, right? If you could be any age again for 1 week. Now say that you are 20-something or 30-something or whatever. So what age would you? 10. Yeah? 7. Good.
5, they are.
Okay, but for the kids, I think they would say 30.
Of course, yes, that is the idea. For us adults, we need to be like younger. But for kids, they want to be, because they don't know what will happen to them in the future. Like us, we want to go back actually. Yeah. Okay, if you could, the last one, if you could plan a trip anywhere in the world for yourself and your friends, where would you go? Where would you like to go?
To Paris.
Paris, yes, very good, right? To the States, very good. Italy, you got what I mean? And each one would be talking about the place and what they like about it. And why, exactly. There is something here, I'm sorry that might not be related to the idea of Energizers 100%, but I feel that I must talk about the idea of correcting the mistakes of the students and motivating them to talk. Okay, will you just, while they are talking, will you just tell them, hey, stop, we say he plays, not he play?
No.
Never, ever. Just let them talk. Okay, encourage them to make mistakes. If you just feel that you can't help it, okay, correct it for them indirectly. Okay, I talk about this actually a lot. Okay, the kid says, okay, I will I'll be like Muhammad Salah when he plays with what's the other? What? Okay, I mean, and he said when he play for, he plays for what team? He plays. That's all. Just correct them indirectly. That's all. Motivate them to talk. Okay, the idea here is that how they must be affected positively. I mean, and psychologically, I mean, just motivate them. Look at them, smile, show interest in what they are saying. Okay, they would love that a lot. Okay, who am I? Going to do is that the idea would be like that. You prepare some pictures of, let's say, some famous people, cartoon characters, anything. Okay, and when everybody enters, you would stick this picture on their back. Okay, now they don't see the picture.
Yeah.
And they don't know who they are. Okay, this is one thing. I did it here, but in a different way. And we will need 2 volunteers, by the way, to help me. Prepare a few cards with the names of famous people. Then, as everyone enters, you pin the card to their back, and let everyone know that they should not tell the person whose name is on their card. Each of the members of the group will mingle around the room and ask each of the other people one yes or no question. The question must be a yes or no only, to try to figure out the name on their back. Okay, we need a volunteer now. Oh, yes, please. We are going to give, okay, let's start with our friend, and then we'll be the second one. Okay, just give your back to the screen, please. No, don't look at the screen. Just look at them. I promise that you will not look at them.
Okay.
So you are the person now at the back, yes?
Yeah.
Please ask them questions. Try to know who the person is.
Is he an actor?
Yes.
Or from the old time or now?
No.
Yes and no questions. No
Okay.
or.
Okay.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Is Ahmed Helmi?
No.
No.
Is he a hero in his movies?
No.
Yes. He's a hero.
Yes.
Sometimes he's a hero.
Usually.
Is he tragic or comedian?
Comedian.
Magid Kidwani? Is it Magid Kidwani?
No.
One last chance.
Is he tall?
No.
He's short.
Yes.
Yeah. Muhammad.
Yes, please, our friend. I don't know what your name is. Sarah, yes, sir. Sarah, I got you something suitable for your age, and I know you will love it. Subhanallah, suitable for her personality. Don't ask why. Yes, please.
Is actor?
No.
Actress?
No.
Cartoon?
Yes.
Okay. Is it yellow?
No.
Is it pink?
No.
Is it a cat?
No.
Yes. Is it Jerry?
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, excellent, Allah. Excellent. Yeah. Now we come to something else. It's actually my favorite, and I usually use this in my first classes. 2 fibs, or 2 truths and a lie. 2 truths and a lie, or 2 truths and a fib. Hello, our friend. Hello. There is a chair if you like. Okay. The idea is that on the first day, and this will be a lovely way, to make students get to know each other. They just sit in a group or work in pairs, whatever, and each one is going to tell 3 things about themselves. 2 of them are true, and 1 is a fib or a lie. Okay, and what happens is that the students, the rest of the group, will try to guess what the lie is by voting. Okay, and for example, okay, and of course it will be a great idea if you just give them an example about yourself so that they can model after that. And for example, I usually start by saying like that, Okay, I would describe myself saying 3 things. Okay, and you try to guess, of course. Okay, I'm a generous person. A lot of my friends say that I'm generous. I love to give. I don't like to keep anything for myself. And I'm a very patient person. I just can wait for hours. Okay, I have the ability to wait for hours without being bored or without losing my patience at all. And actually, I'm an ambitious person. I always like to improve myself.
Yeah, truth, ambitious, and generous. And
Thank you. I don't look like a patient person. Yes. I know that. So you can try the same thing with, in the group with your class. Let's try it now with somebody here who can talk about. Okay, thank you. Tell us something about yourself. Yes, 3 things.
I said no.
Okay, so you can do it. I'm sorry, what's your name? Yes, Ashraqat, please. Now look at Ashraqat and try to guess.
Okay.
Yeah, will you stand up, please?
Can she come here?
I want that. No problem. Yes, yes please, Ashraq.
I'm old.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. I'm nervous. I'm not shy. I'm regularly not shy, but I'm now shy. I'm nervous. I studied education. I play football. I like
Just
drama.
enough, 3 things only. You confused us to death.
Yes.
Yes. So what is the lie here? Can you spell the lie? Is this the lie?
Wow.
Wow, lovely. That's good. That's good. Huh?
She's nervous.
I'm nervous right now.
That's fine. That's good.
The lie is that I'm not in education. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Wallah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you can do it that way. Don't answer. This is one of the funniest activities or energizers ever, actually. Okay, the point here is that ask students to stand in a circle. This is number 1. Okay, number 2. One student starts by going up to someone else. The student asks the other student a question. For example, what is your most annoying habit? However, that person may not answer the question, but the person on his left must answer. And the answer doesn't have to be right, by the way. Students can make their answers as imaginative as possible, and of course, fun guaranteed. What do you mean by that? So, for example, okay, now I'm going to ask Jihad a question, okay, and who must answer? On her left, okay. So, for example, what is your most annoying habit?
Drinking coffee,
Smoking? No, I know she doesn't smoke. I trust her. So, how about your most annoying habit?
Sleeping a lot.
She sleeps a lot. Very good. How about your most annoying habit?
I like shopping.
You shouldn't answer. Someone else must answer. You got what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, you are friends, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, that's fine. What is your most annoying habit?
Asking me, you should answer.
Yes, she's drinking too much coffee.
Coffee, very good. What's your most annoying habit?
When something or personal stuff is not in the right place.
That's fine. It's okay. You got the idea?
Yes.
You got how we can do it? And of course, you can change the question. It's amazing. It will be amazing for them. Okay? And of course, as I told you, these are not like energizers from holy books. Okay? Do variations as much as you can. Do whatever you want. Okay? Names and adjectives. This is another nice activity or energizer, let's say, and an icebreaker. Participants think of an adjective to describe how they are feeling or how they are in general. The adjective must start with the same letter as their name. For instance, I am Hadi and I am
Happy.
happy because. Okay? I am Adil and I am
Amazing.
active. Thank you so much. And give reasons. You got what I mean? We need to try it. Yes? Great.
Salah, and I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised, my dear? Surprised اللي جابني أصلا يعني. Yes, why are you surprised?
No sweets. No sweets.
There is no present.
Ah, this is too bad, you know. I discovered, you know, Osama, I discovered this after I left the car. Forgive me for that.
Really, I was surprised because this is the first time they give me.
I'm sorry. I'm awfully sorry. I really forgot. Yes, forgive me for that. Yes, please.
I'm tolerant.
That's very good. That's very good. And of course, you can ask them to give like examples or clues why they are so. Yes, please.
I'm sorry, I'm so comfortable.
That's very good. You got the idea? Fine.
Can I let them speak without giving reasons?
Why not? It depends on the the age group. It depends on the proficiency level. Whatever you decide. Your time.
Yeah.
I think this would be suitable for ice breaking.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the idea. Okay. The last word. The activity of the last word is here. Again, you can ask them to stand in a circle. And I would like you to notice something here. Of course, we don't have enough time to do that. I mean, because of the time of the session, the presentation. But it would be great if you ask them to leave the desks, okay, and stand up. They will love that. They will be more motivated, I mean. One participant moves and stands randomly in front of another, and then she makes a statement. It is such as a lovely day, for example. After they say the statement, the sentence ends with the word they. So the next one, and so on.
Yes, it's so nice.
You got the idea?
That's where we can use for numbers.
Another one that I tried before, it's not written here. I tried a lot, especially while explaining the past simple. Okay? I usually ask one of the students to tell me about something that happened to him or her yesterday. And then another one would complete the story. You got the idea?
Yes.
Let's say let's start. Okay, tell me about something that happened to you yesterday. You didn't sleep well. What else?
I visited my grandmother.
You visited your grandmother. What happened after you visited your grandmother? What happened there at your grandmother's house?
Lunch was not ready.
Sorry?
Lunch was not ready.
How was the lunch?
How was the lunch?
Spaghetti.
It was delicious.
It was delicious. Did you eat much? A lot. Why? Were you that hungry?
Likes
Because I like my grandmother food.
Ah, that is why.
You like any food?
What did you do after lunch?
You know,
Play games.
Really? What games did you play?
Check.
What did,
Chess.
chicken egg.
whatever. What else did you do? Yes? Yes, please. What did you do after that, after you played some games?
Slept.
No, don't end it that way. You killed the activity. You got what I mean?
It took me a big opening.
Yes, please.
When I slept, I had a dream.
Yes.
Wallahi, thank you so much. You did not kill it yet.
Excellent.
Habibi Osama. Thank you. Okay. Blind artist is one of the activities that the kids like so much for all ages. What are you going to do? Have your students, of course, form pairs. The students can't see each other. That's one thing. One student gets a drawing that you have prepared, of course, earlier, relevant to what you are teaching. The student holding the drawing needs to give good instructions to the other students. And the other students needs to draw it without being able to see the original picture. Have you tried this before?
Yeah.
So you have a picture with one kid, and the other kid will be dictated what to draw. You got me?
Yeah.
Thank you for silencing your mobile phones. Okay, I'm sorry. The other one is words. Divide the participants into 3 or 4 small groups and write the word interactive. This would be great. Just put them in groups of 4, 5, whatever, okay, and give them a word. But make sure that the word, of course, it depends on the level of the students and the age and so on. The groups have 5 minutes to create as many three-letter words as possible, 3 letters or whatever, okay, from the word like interactive. So how many words can we make from the word interactive? Huh? You got me? etc. My advice to you when you do this activity, of course, is to just let them sit in groups and set your timer for that. Once you say stop, they must stop and see who the winners are and so on. And don't do like me. You must have your box of candles, okay, for motivation, okay? Who are you? This would be so good for young age KGs and primary. Ask for a volunteer to leave the room while the volunteer is away. The rest of the participants decide on an occupation, a job, whatever, such as a driver, a fisherman, and when volunteers return, the rest of the participants mime activities. You got the idea? Yeah. Just mime it, okay? Yes. You got the idea? Yes. That's all about. Marooned, another interesting activity or energizer. You are marooned on an island, okay? What 5 items would you have brought with you if you knew there was a chance that you might be stranded? The point here is that imagine that we have this activity a lot, okay? Yeah. Imagine that you live on an island and what 5 things that you feel that it's a must to take with you, okay? I'm sorry, there's no chair here, I'm sorry. The next one. Reception line game, okay? The point here is that it's another nice activity or energizer. Divide everyone into 2 groups and have them stand facing each other. Each person talks to the person across from them until signal. At signal, a person at the end of the line, of one line, moves to the other end. Consequently, everyone has a new person to talk to. Okay? Can we try to kindly stand up? Okay? I'd like you to stand up too, if you don't mind. Okay. No, that's enough. I just want to show it to you. Just stand up. Just face them, please, if you don't mind. So the point here is that you'll find that each 2 will be talking to each other, maybe introducing themselves or whatever.